There is always a better TV out there waiting, ready to go home with you.
And if you're in the market, Sergio Flores from NBC7 and Telemundo 20 Responds shows us how right now might be the best time to land a great deal on that perfect TV for your living room. But at what cost?
Well, this is due in part to a phenomenon called wardrobing. It's a form of return abuse. It's when somebody buys a product with the intention of returning it later for a refund. Now, this typically happens with clothing, but turns out it's also a thing when it comes to TVs right before the Super Bowl. So right now, the market is flooded with those returned TVs. This, according to B-Stock, a business-to-business company that helps move returned products. They say TV returns tend to double in February and March, which makes sense after the holidays and the big game. And according to B-Stock, this huge supply of returned TVs significantly drops their price. So you can score big at secondhand electronics stores, including Best Buy Outlet, Walmart, and Amazon.
You can find the really high-end stuff. You know, the retailers have gotten very good about knowing what to do with this inventory because return rules are so relaxed. We're just kind of spoiled and used to that now. We're used to returning things, and retailers are willing to accept it because there's this really sophisticated ecosystem behind it.
Now, Sean will tell you there is a darker side to wardrobing, including a loss to the retailer, as the unit can no longer be sold at the full price. This trickles down to all of us who now have to pay more to make up for the loss. And there's also an environmental impact tied to the transportation of returned items and how much of it eventually ends up in landfills. Now, according to B-Stock, some electronics retailers are cracking down on TV wardrobing by charging significant restocking fees of up to 20% on open box TVs, giving only partial refunds if a TV shows significant use, and tracking for excessive returns by the same person. So it's a balancing act by retail stores, lax and frictionless return policies attract more customers, but it also attracts abuse like wardrobing. For NBC7, I'm Sergio Flores. Back to you.